Shine Runners Racing Radio Show is dedicated to the fans, drivers, promoters, and most importantly, the families of local auto racing. Our mission and commitment is to help build, promote, and support the local tracks across the country.
Runners Racing Radio Show coming up, y'all. Season 2, Episode 7. I'll tell you what, man, it's time to get dirty this week, AJ. Can you smell it? Can you smell it?
I smelled it this past weekend.
I'm telling you what, Bo, it was awesome to be down Fayetteville Motor Speedway, checking out the action that was going on, and what a race and a crowd they had down there. We actually went down to Triple T, and you want to talk about some good stuff coming with the Savage. I'm going to be talking about that a little bit tonight, too. But racing, it's in the air, man. Everything's firing up this weekend. Rockfish firing up, you know what I'm saying? So it's nonstop throttle bodily action, baby.
I'm glad it's finally here. 2018 racing is here.
And tonight, man, we're going to be talking to Roy Hills with Roy Hills Drag Racing School 50th anniversary. So it's going to be great to have them guys on the show, and something we've never covered, but I'm excited about. I'm talking about Smokestack Rolling, baby, the Bandit Series, and these guys, the big rigs, man. That's something we have never covered, but looking forward to talking to Craig tonight about all the stuff that they got going on with all that, too.
They've got some amazing things. As always, in the studio with us is our always awesome and very verbal Ryan Swan. What's up, bud?
Ryan, the best second place man there is.
That's it.
Y'all got to be extra, of course.
Magic Man, what's going on, buddy?
What's up, AJ? How you doing?
Yeah, there that is. He is still on me for some odd reason. I'm not sure what.
Oh, like you don't know.
Okay, whatever. It is what it is.
And also the famous TT. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How about y'all?
Oh, good.
Missing Jinx tonight, man. Jinx had to go out. He's down in Florida hauling some stuff, but he said definitely next time he's going to be up in the house.
He is
talking about some U-Car action. Was that not action going on this weekend?
Oh, yeah, man. I think they had 7 classes at Fayetteville this past weekend, man.
And 235 U-Cars. It was great.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like the last lap of the Daytona 500 on the first lap.
But there was hardcore fans at the bottom of the fence, too.
Yeah, I love it, man. Love every minute of it. But, tonight, man, before we get ready to get kicked off, we definitely want to go into our prayer and national anthem. Mom's here with us in the prayer, and want to definitely keep our hearts out for Richard Kiefer. Richard come in the latter part 2 episodes ago and asked us to pray for his wife, and we did that. Well, she went home to be with the Lord, and we just want to keep that family in our prayers, and let you know we're with her.
Yep.
Carlton Lamb.
Big C.
Yeah. So keep them in your prayers as well. But oh no. Yeah, big one. Yep. And this country. It needs it, believe me. So, Mom, without further ado, if you would, please.
Like Robert said, we want to keep the family of Mary and Richard in prayer. But, God says when we're absent from the body, that means that we're present with the Lord. So we know where she's at. We know she's healed, but my heart and stuff still goes out to them because he reached out to us. Of course, we want to continue to reach out to them. And I just want, the Lord's laid it on my heart that if anybody out there, be it by phone, whatever, it doesn't make a difference. If you're lost, you need someone to pray with you or whatever. Let me tell you something. There's people here that's going to do that. They'll do it tonight. They'll do it tomorrow. They'll do it next week. It doesn't matter. But you can either contact by Shine Runners. You can call me, and I'll be more than happy to do it.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Let's go into prayer. God, we just need your touch. There's so much that's going on in this world that we just can't control, and we can't put our hands on it. But we know that you can. And we know that we abide in a world, Lord, that you are in control, and the adversary is beneath our feet, and we don't have to deal with him. And I'm thankful that I have a Father, a Heavenly Father, that I can turn to in my time of need. And when I hurt, and even when I'm happy, I know where it comes from because I know my heart. I know who's in my heart. Father, I just ask you once again to be with the ones that have lost their loved ones this month. I thank you, Father, for my grandson. for the birth, a new life, a new beginning, for once again touching this family with such an awesome gift that we know that only comes from you. Father, I ask you continue to bless Robert, Nikki, Wyatt, Rhett, the whole family, Father, with this gift that you've given us. I ask you to continue to bless each and every person that attends Shine Runner, be it by phone or in person. Lord, you know each of us' hearts. You know each of us that has a special request. Father, we just ask that you continue to guide us and lead us by your will, Father, and not ours. Father, just hold us and gird us in thy precious name. Amen.
Amen. And if you would, at this time, everybody, please stand as we get ready to do our national anthem. Gentlemen, start your engines. Right here tonight, Season 2, Episode 7, man. We're getting ready to crank it off for you. But I tell you what, a lot of cool stuff coming in tonight. So we're going to be talking sprint cars. We're going to be talking about what's going on in mud racing. A lot of cool stuff going on. Even we got a shout-out portion, man. I put it on the page today. Hey, if you've got somebody that won this weekend and you want to give a shout-out to them, that name is going to be coming up here shortly. So
Absolutely.
do want to send a shout-out to the folks who really make it possible for us here. Bellinger Signs and Graphics, Redline Speed Shop, Raging Rooster Catering, A1 Portable Toilets, A1 Landscaping and Lot Clearing. Our table sponsors, Temple Mechanical. And actually, Temple Mechanical has got a deal going on right now, which is a spring startup deal. So if you're just now getting ready to start up your air conditioner, is definitely something that you want to do while it's kind of cool outside. Don't wait until it's 100 and hell. You want to go ahead and get it started up. Make sure the Freon's clean in it. Make sure your coils and everything's clean, and especially that filter. Go ahead and give our friends at Temple Mechanical a call, 910-214-9119. And Fast Tracks Mud Bog, our another table sponsor, man. Huge thanks to those folks. We've got some high-flying mud racing action is going to be coming up. They run the second Saturday of each month down in Bennettsville, down third Saturday of each month down in Bennettsville, South Carolina. And we're going to be getting a little bit more into that as we get ready to go. Want to say hello to all our folks chiming in tonight. Please go ahead and share so you can tell your friends that we're live and rocking and rolling as we're getting ready to talk some racing here this evening with all the folks here at Shine Runners. And hopefully, if everything will go right, maybe I can get Magic Man to even speak to me for some odd reason. He's still a little salty over. I think it might be because he's sitting over there beside Ryan. What do you think, man?
That's probably the latter.
Yeah, that could be the problem. Well, let's go ahead and go into commercial. When we get out of commercial, we're going to be coming back, ladies and gentlemen, and talking to Mr. Craig with the Bandit Series. We're going to talk a little rig racing.
This is Matt Tuberville, number 27 with Kegel Racing Engines, TCI Motorsports, and you're watching Shine Radio.
It's your job to put it in the winner's circle, but it's ours to make your ride stand out above the rest. With full-colored wraps or die-cut designs, Bellinger Signs and Graphics is sure to put you in the eyes of the fans. That's not all. We do custom yard signs, storefront, and your everyday decal. Come see us today at Bellinger Signs and Graphics, 3392 Dunn Road, Eastover, North Carolina. Look at those parts to put you in the winner's circle? Let Redline Speed Shop be your one stop for all performance needs. From straight strip to left turns, they have it all. Tires, fuel, and safety equipment, and that's just the beginning. Come by today, 404 Hope Mills Road, and get your win on with Redline Speed Shop. Back in the action here tonight at the Steelman. Got to do some happy birthdays, though, before we get our phone calls in. How about Terry Alfrano having a birthday?
Yeah, Terry, I saw he came home to a few cold brewskis on his front porch, so that's awesome. And I want to say congratulations to you and the family for
Thank you, buddy.
Rhett, little new baby, a new racer coming in.
We're excited, man. We're excited.
Rhett Elvery, that's such a cool name.
Yeah, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? He's actually got his middle name from Donnie Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, good friend of ours. He's actually our motor sponsor. Let me throw that out there with 1-800-Plumbing. He's our motor sponsor, but Donnie's been there, man. I'm telling you what, through thick and thin for me, and, we couldn't be honored anymore and give that little baby his middle name.
Absolutely,
so it's pretty cool. But, yeah, man, we spent some time in the hospital. Mama's fine, the baby's fine, and he hasn't actually – he's been sleeping well, which is cool, man.
That's good.
It's on the boob, and then, take a little dew and off to bed. So that's kind of his deal for right now.
Good deal,
But
yeah.
I'm excited tonight. We're also celebrating my daughter's 17th birthday. So
one more year, so it's legal.
Oh, my God. There that is. Well, you want to give Craig a call, man, with the Bandit series? We'll go ahead and start talking some big rigs.
Hello, this is Craig.
Craig, how you doing, bud? Rooster here with Shine Runners Racing Radio.
How we doing? Good?
Yeah, doing real well, man. Thank you so much. First off, just want to, thank you for allowing us a little bit of time to talk to you about the Bandit series and all the stuff that you guys have got going on this year. I see that the Big Rigs is fixing to invade Hickory, North Carolina this coming weekend.
Yeah, we had to call the race because you guys have a thing with rain out there on Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing about North Carolina, though, I'm going to be honest with you, there's only one weatherman that knows what's going to happen, and that's Rooster on the threes. You got to get in contact with that guy. But
I should have called before I did that, huh?
Yeah, there's no telling what could happen in North Carolina. It might snow today, be 104 tomorrow, and then, back to ice on Wednesday. So.
Exactly.
But so you guys have got more races that's going to be coming up in the North Carolina area. You're actually going to be doing some Concord, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, we'll be in Concord, I think, in 5 weeks. So because we moved this Hickory race that was supposed to run this weekend to August.
Okay.
A little warmer, less rain, probably more humid, I'm sure, down there, right?
Yeah.
But so we'll be Pennsylvania in 3 weeks. And then we go back to Concord, which is, an hour away from Hickory?
Yep. And I see that you guys, man, y'all are running all over the place. Indiana, Wisconsin. I mean, it's not just local. It's everywhere. So that's cool because everybody gets a chance to see it.
And that's just it. I mean, we have to, on Facebook, God bless Facebook, but some people are disappointed we weren't going back like the Greenville Pickens and stuff like that. And it's like this we should be able to make a rotation about every 3 years. Because there's not a lot of short asphalt tracks left east of the Mississippi.
Go ahead.
How many trucks do you guys have on the track at one time?
On the first race, there's 14 trucks in. People had graduations and things like that, move kids around. I mean, they're all working guys, right? So they all got to do family first. But we were supposed to have we would have had 18 trucks this weekend. And by the time we get to Concord, we should be up to 20.
That's crazy, man.
Oh man, and this is big rigs. This is now I'm gonna ask you because back about 84, 85, my dad was involved in the rig racing. And has it steadily been going on, or is this something that you're just now bouncing back on?
No, that was the old Gator series back then, the Great American Truck Racing. And so that when it's time, right, when they stopped making movies about truckers and that racing about the same time as society ended. And so then 4 years ago, a gentleman started Champ Truck, a promoter, And a few of us, hey, this looks interesting, but it was on road courses, and it never took off, but we still all had the trucks. And so one of the teams is from Asheville out there, Jupiter Enterprise team, and they called us up and said, you guys got 2 trucks. We got a bunch. Why don't you bring them out here next weekend, and we'll run a support class on a short track. And that one race in 2016 led to 5 more, to which led to a huge fan base, which led to us actually being productive and building the Bandit Series. And so we had our first full season last year.
That's cool. I remember back that they had the big rigs race down at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. Man, it's been a while back, but that was some awesome action. I loved seeing that, all the smoke and the gear jamming. And now when you guys get ready to set these things up, is it a lot like setting up a race car? Do y'all have to do the camber and all that good stuff with it?
Well, the funny thing of it is, outside of Mark Noble, and he's a long-time racer, none of us, truck pulled, or drags, but nothing going left. And so it's funny to watch us all learn what you just talked about, camber and caster, and I grew up in the trucking business in the industry, and I've learned more about turbos and Detroit Series 60s and why we should have disc brakes and not drum brakes and different size turbos. And so we're all learning. And what's really funny about it is really, we got 2 people that have actually raced professionally.
Really? Well, these, they're not just putting around there either. You guys are really getting around the track. How much horsepower is one of the big rigs putting out?
It depends on who you ask and what day it is.
Right.
I've heard 650, 1,000, but it's because we're learning, right? It isn't always about horsepower on a short track.
Mm-hmm. No. And with those, they've got a tremendous amount of torque, I would imagine, correct?
Yeah, we were just talking about that today because I got to figure something out about clutches, and we're putting out about 2,500 torque at about 12 to 1,400 RPMs.
Wow. And so if someone wanted to get involved with something like this, is that they just go out and get a truck and put a number on the side of it and go race, or is there someone they can get in contact with?
Almost. No, so it was really funny. Last year I had a kid walk up to me, and he was racing late models, and he goes, how much it cost to build a truck? And I said, well, did you build your race car? He goes, yeah. And I said, well, then you're handy, and you probably have 20 grand in, and you'd be very competitive. And he goes, huh? And I go, what's the huh mean? He goes, I got $40,000 in my engine, and I'm racing for $1,000.
Yeah.
And he goes, what's your purse? And I said, 10,000 to win, 7 grand per second, 5,000 for third. And I don't think we pay 1,000. I think they're all 1,500. I think he went behind the toter and threw up.
Good Lord.
That about makes me want to throw up.
I ain't lying. Let's go racing some big rigs.
Yeah, no
man.
doubt.
So do you have well, we know you have a Facebook page. That's kind of inevitable. That's how we found you guys. But how would they get in contact with you if someone was interested in getting a truck together and running you guys a series?
Yeah, just go to banditseries.com website. So you kept it easy. And so we have contact information on the front page, the rules, what you'd have to do to build the truck. And everybody's pretty helpful. Every race we get another new guy. And, we're actually, one of the guys is actually programming the other guy's truck for him at the next race. I want to be watching, but they can go to banditseries.com. They give us a call. We love this, and we love talking about it.
Man, it's awesome. I imagine it's adrenaline. I seen on one post that you guys are running upper of 100 miles an hour on some tracks. That's pretty quick on these big rigs.
We were down in Mobile. One of the deputies, he was parked down at one of the corners for security, and just as we were going into the corner into turn 1. Down the front straightaway, we were doing about 90, 95, and that's shorter than the back.
That is crazy. Now, when it comes to brakes, are they on the Jake brake hard, or are they depending on the regular braking system?
We talked about that back and forth. Mike Morgan, number 88, he's the only one that has a Jake in it, and that's one of those racing secrets, right? You think it works for him? Don't you think it works? You think it does? We all just run either drum or disc.
So somebody had to be the guinea pig, huh?
Yeah. We're going to turn you over to Pit Panel. Racing Ryan's got something for you.
All right, so do you stay strictly on asphalt, or you ever go dirt racing with them?
I don't like to get dirty. Everybody wants us to come to dirt, and in my world, it's all dirt over here in Minnesota. But it's asphalt for now because we got to get a tire sponsor because with our duels, we'll tear up the dirt track.
Yeah, I can imagine probably. Yeah, that might be something where maybe on the following day, like a Sunday or something, the tracks got packed in really hard and black and something, where it'd be really good for you guys.
And that's what one of the local tracks around here. It's a short half mile, and he goes, "Yeah, if you want to come over and test, just come over like Saturday night after the races, or if we get a nice hot day Sunday, come over Sunday afternoon." And so they want us to try. Well, I'm still right. The track owners want us to try it, of course.
I think that would be really awesome.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
And definitely, man, keep us posted on where you guys are racing. We're going to share y'all's schedule on our page that way, because this is new to a lot of folks. This is something, man, that'd be interested in traveling up. I'd love to go see.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can put something together when you guys are coming to Concord or whatever. Maybe we can go down and do some talking to some drivers. That'd be cool to get some driver interviews.
Yeah. Well, you're more than welcome to do that. And it was really funny. I'm going to give you one quick little funny what happened today. So Kevin, the track owner, the track guy over at Hickory, he goes, we had to have him move the date for one of his Whalen races so we could get a date back on the calendar. And I never laughed so hard after we hung up the phone. He goes, "Well, I got to call NASCAR, see if I can get the date moved so I can have the Bandits." And, he actually had to make that call, so he was thinking to himself. It wasn't like he was being sarcastic or anything. I thought, God, I would have loved to have been on that phone call.
Oh, yeah, a fly on the wall.
Run us down on the feeling whenever you brought in the 2017 Bandit Big Rig Series Hard Charger of the Year Award. I'm sure that was awesome for you.
Yeah, I always tell everybody, I never raced anything in my life except for my sons when I raced them around the house, try to catch them. Other than that, I never raced anything. And the only thing with more than 10 speeds was my bicycle. So I climbed into this thing, I don't know. I guess I played a lot of NASCAR on the Xbox.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, it's crazy because you're 6 feet higher. When we have our paramedic and safety meeting with those guys, we always remind them, now, look, you're going to have to dig me out 6 feet higher.
Man.
Think about that.
Yeah. Tell us about the safety aspect of those trucks. Are they required to have a racing seat and 5-point harness or roll cage? Or
Yeah, we have. Yep, we follow. There's a standard of it, and out there somewhere, and you got to have a full roll cage. Take the fuel tanks off. Put a fuel cell in. A race seat, 5-point harness, and just everything, right? Fire extinguishers, and then put the fuel cell in between the frame. Mm-hmm. But other than that, there's not much more modification to the truck other than putting bumpers on, because a real one wouldn't hold up.
Right.
Well,
and so that's it.
I have to know, what's up with Biggins Nuts?
Biggins. Yeah, so that guy, that sponsor came on board towards the end of last year.
I got the people looking at me like, what?
When the guy called me, I just smiled, because I was trying to mouth it to one of my guys, and finally I just wrote it on the whiteboard, and he's going, "Why, Biggins? Biggins nuts? Who'd you talking to?" And it was just a peanut grower, and he's got a little line going. He wants to start a brand, and so it's something to do for him.
Cool.
And so that's when he came on board. He gives us our Biggins, so he can sell them at the race.
Awesome. Hey, well, we have this thing called mail time, and we would love to have a sack of Biggins Nuts. Just send them in 3392 Dunn Road for our mail time, man. We'll open it up and talk about his product right here.
I will do that. I'll have him send some fresh ones anyway.
Yeah.
And appreciate everything.
Salty, not sweaty,
You guys
preferred. Yeah.
Well, man, we definitely appreciate you taking time out of your schedule to talk with us, and we look forward to getting trackside with you guys so we can go and watch some of that racing, man. That's something nobody else is doing, and
Yes.
it's definitely a spectacle in itself.
Yeah, let me know if you guys can make the Concord race. I'll pick you up at the gate.
Awesome, man.
Cool, man.
Sounds
We
like
definitely
a
keep in tune with you. It'd be something definitely to do. Well, man, thank you so much
Thank you, gentlemen.
again, and we'll catch you on the flip side. They're Big 10-4, and thank you so much for coming on with us tonight.
Thank you, guys. Have a great week.
Okay,
You too,
Greg,
man.
thanks,
Thank
buddy.
you.
That's cool, man. I swear, I just want to go get me a trucker hat and talk on the CB now.
I know. Now, I wonder if that's how they do their like if they have a spotter and he just comes in and they just reach up there and, am I clear?
We're coming out of Shaky Town, you know, 10-4 on the hog holler here. I love it, dude. We got to go.
Yeah.
And, you know, he's all the way from Minnesota, so that's pretty cool, man, reaching out to Minnesota tonight.
Absolutely, man.
We have to, the guy we talked to the other week, Racing Jason Turner, you know, he was talking about he had the Wing It Tour. Well, that Wing It Tour took a wrong turn the other weekend down in Georgia, and he ate the wall just a touch. I think Maddie was talking
Yeah,
to
I
you a
seen
little
some
bit about it.
pictures of that deal. It wasn't pretty.
Speaking of Matty, I seen some pictures of him over there, I think, trying to get a new front clip on that piece he was driving. So.
Maddie did some shirts for Wyatt, man.
Yeah, they turned out
and
great,
they
man.
look great. It's pretty cool. The guy said, "Bo, you're putting your son like super late model status." I said, "Hey, got to get it when you can get it, baby. Got to
Absolutely.
make it big." You know what I'm saying? Wyatt's like some superhero now.
Yeah.
Like it's cool because I'm Wyatt's dad now. I'm not Rooster anymore. You
Right.
know what I mean? I've took the back seat to Wyatt now. So
And he had a good run this past weekend.
he did, man. Very proud of him finishing third. You know them red plate drivers, they're good, both.
Oh, yeah.
Jaden Cordell and Anthony Legg, I mean, really putting down a good show this weekend. And Wyatt went down for his first race ever in red plate and took a third place home. And I don't think he really knew how proud I was of him. I mean, first off, he didn't finish second.
Right.
You know, because I don't do second real well.
Right.
But third, man, I was like, are you serious, man? I'm so proud of you, bro.
He did good, man. The talent's getting younger.
It
and
is,
younger.
and these guys, Bo, I'm telling you, Anthony Legg, he's going places, Bo.
Oh, yeah.
That kid is going to be hard to beat. Guarantee you, he's going to be hard to beat when by the time he gets up to Junior 1, and they got that Legg Racing's got a great program going on, and they're great folks, Bo.
Yep.
I mean, really, Ted and Joey and them guys are just good-hearted people, you know, and they're in it to win it, which is a great thing, Bo. So,
Absolutely. Well, I think we're going to take a commercial break, and when we come back, we're going to be speaking with Roy Hill of Roy Hill Drag Racing School.
awesome.
So take us out, Magic Man.
Matt Long, and I'm watching Shine Runners Racing Radio. Say that 5 times fast.
Look at those parts to put you in the winner circle? Let Redline Speed Shop be your one stop for all performance needs. From straight strip to left turns, they have it all. Tires, fuel, and safety equipment, and that's just the beginning. Come by today, 404 Hope Mills Road, and get your win on with Redline Speed Shop. It's your job to put it in the winner circle, but it's ours to make your ride stand out above the rest. With full-color wraps or die-cut designs, Bellinger Signs and Graphics is sure to put you in the eyes of the fans. That's not all. We do custom yard signs, storefront, and your everyday decal. Come see us today at Bellinger Signs and Graphics, 3392 Dunn Road, Eastover, North Carolina. Man, I'm pumped up calling all trucks. Says, here's the duck. We about to go a hunting bear. I'm fired up about this rig racing, Bo. I swear to you.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
I am. Well, let's go ahead now that we're are back and see if we can't get on the phone Roy Hill of Roy Hill Drag Racing School.
We're going to have to get our fast on now.
Roy Hill Drag Race School.
Roy, how you doing? Rooster here with Shine Runners Racing Radio.
Hey, Rooster. How you doing, buddy?
Buddy, I tell you what, I'm doing a lot better now you're on the phone. Looking forward to talk to you all week long.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I was watching you at Hollywood, and I just want to tell you something, and this is from the bottom of my heart. When you did the national anthem,
Yes, sir.
that means an awful lot. Let me tell you, people have forgot where they come from and how they got where they got to.
Yes, sir.
And one of the biggest things they've done is took that out of schools along with prayers.
Yeah.
And the only thing I can say here is that would make your show perfect. There's nothing wrong to say thank you to God for what he's given us. And
That's right.
I don't want to get into a political deal, but I'm really proud of you, Rooster, and Hollywood for having the national anthem on your show.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you,
Absolutely,
buddy.
man. We
Yeah,
don't,
that's one thing as far growing up in racing. I think, and all of us on the panel have actually been a part of racing since we were kids, and I've never been to a racetrack where we haven't prayed and haven't played the national anthem. That's just it's
and everybody stands up.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep.
Yep.
Well,
that's great.
you know, it's like my school. I try to do the right thing and teach people the right way to do things, and I'm very proud of 3 or 4 people I'm working with right now in a driver development program. I've got one of them with me, Bubba Turner. I can remember back in the early 90s putting him through my school and him learning to drive a pro stock car, and today he works for me and is a team driver, and he's in his 30s. And I got another young boy, Kenny Nailing Jr. He's out of St. Louis, Missouri, and you know, that's something we do. Is all we're thankful to be here and do the things we do with these Ford Mustangs. And this is my 50-year anniversary.
Well, congratulations.
And, thank you. And you know, I just want to tell you, I've been sitting watching your show, and those guys running those big rigs or whatever they want to call them. I can remember back in the mid-'80s when that got started around here. Some good friends of mine up here at Cummins Diesel had a tractor they was racing, and it brought back some fun memories of watching them run at Rockingham at the NASCAR track, which is no longer in existence as far as running today. But it sounds like they're getting ready to have a lot of fun with those tractors.
Yep, I remember my dad just reminded me, I was 6 years old, running 120, passed out in the number 92, driven by Jeff Salmon.
How about that?
You can't carry kids in the trucks no more. But, buddy, you know what? Awesome things you got going, and I love to see it. You're a great grower of racing, and you know, taking folks in, even all the way down to the junior dragsters. You have an opportunity to teach kids getting into drag racing as well, right?
Well, really do. I've got a young girl. Her name's Mustang. Her grandfather is Ted Jones that owns Master Entertainment. And talking about the juniors, we're getting ready to have a school the 12th and 13th at Rockingham Dragway. And then the 13th through the 15th, there's a Junior Dragster Nationals there. And I'm real proud of what we've done with Mustang. She's now 9 years old, 8.5, something that way. And we started, you can get in these cars at 5 years old now. And so they got a huge future.
Yeah.
It's just thinking about Roy Hill. I had to wait a pretty good while. I had to be 16, 18 before I could get my driver's license, and then started drag racing. But I've been around it for 60-some years. But you can start driving today in junior dragsters and learn so much about drag racing, and not only drag racing, about yourself, your whole life. And I think Bubba can add something here to these juniors, what he's seen us go through. Bubba, what do you think of what the juniors are doing now at 13, 15 years old?
Well, I mean, there's no question they're 2 or 3, 4 years more experienced by the time they get into a larger car. So, you know, in drag racing, experience is key, and the more you can get at an early age, you know, you're way better off.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. I mean, excuse me. And when they go to the Roy Hills Drag Racing School, I mean, they can move all the way up, starting from junior dragsters all the way up through the ranks, you know, to get better and better, learning from some of the best.
I just had a gentleman from Buffalo, New York, go through the school in Orlando, Florida, in February. At the same time, at KJ Nelling went through, and KJ went on and run the points race that weekend, and then went on to Gainesville and run another race and made it 3 rounds against some tough people. But Mark was 73 years old, just getting started, and I think he's going to be getting in one of our cars in the near future in our driver development program. But it doesn't make any difference how old you are. The big thing is learn to do it the right way to start with. Right. A lot of people think they're drivers, and they think you just get in a car and hit the gas, go straight down the track. Going straight's pretty difficult sometimes.
Yeah, and I can tell you that from experience. You know, I had an opportunity to drive. I don't even remember what class it was, but it was a quick car, and I thought I was just going to get in there, and he had, I got in and I held it down. It had a trans brake, and I held the gas wide open. When that light popped, I let go of that button thinking, oh, this is easy. I just drive it straight. Hell no, man. That thing stood up on the back, and it came down, and it shot sideways and towards the wall, and I was like, oh, Lord, I just bought this thing.
Backed off the throttle then.
Yeah, real quick, too.
You're talking about the schools and whatnot. It's unbelievable the things we do with the schools, and what people don't realize is what goes on after we finish a school. Those cars get brought back, and Bubba and some of the guys have to go through them, and it's just like this junior dragster school next week that we have, and then we run a race with the cars there, and we come back and get cars ready to go testing. We do a test in a dragster. Bubba will be driving it for Goodyear. And there's a points race down in Galat, where is, what's the name of that city down there, Bubba? Benson.
Yep.
We'll be down there the 13th, 15th, possibly. And then we come back and get ready again, and we go to Dinwiddie, Virginia, the 20th, 21st, and then get ready for this. We started moving cars today down to Concord for the Auto Fair, which is this weekend, the 4th and 5th. That's always huge there at Charlotte Motor Speedway. And our cars will be around Hooters. And if you get a chance to get down that way, be sure to stop in down there and take a look at the cars and get you a good old setting of those wings. Those wings are really good there at Hooters.
Definitely. I'm kind of partial to Hooters. My 8-year-old son is sponsored by Hooters here in Hooters of Fayetteville. So
that's great. We've been there, and we'll be down there all this month. The big go is at Charlotte. The 4-wide race will be the 26th through the 29th there, and that's always huge for us. Everybody that is in this area comes by and sees us, and awesome. I think Bubba was #1 qualifier down there last year, and we're looking forward to what we can do there for the NGK Nationals. They have sold that race for the next 3 years, and NGK Spark Plugs is going to be sponsoring that race. And we'll also be doing rides for the Speedway Children's Charity. Come ride with Bubba. Roy doesn't drive that much no more, taking those rides. That long dragster gets out there and it shakes the tire, and a lot of fun to do it, but it's not for my back no more. But come by and see us down there at Charlotte, the people that are in the area, or we'll be down around Dinwiddie, Virginia, which will be the 20th and 21st. And we're just normal. We talk to about anybody that walks up. I think that's where I met you, was down at Rockingham.
Yes,
Absolutely.
sir. Sure was, and we greatly appreciate you giving us some time that day and talking to us as well. And that was good, man. It was great meeting you. Definitely down there in Rockingham, and we look forward to meeting you on the next go-round. Now, if somebody wanted to get into your school, do you have semesters, or is it only certain dates, or what is the
You can go on our website and take a look at the dates for the juniors and for the big cars. We just finished a school at Rockingham 2 weeks ago, and I think we've got another one coming up. Let's see, May 22nd and 23rd. We'll be back at Rockingham. We're going to be at Piedmont Dragway in Greensboro doing some corporate schools. So people would think we just get out here and go racing once in a while or do a school, we do all kind of schools, and our weeks stay busy.
Awesome.
And you know, I'm gonna plug this in. Anyone that's interested in drag racing that would like to talk to Roy about a job, we've got 4 openings right now, and so there's some good people down in your area that might be wanting to go drag racing, and you start out right here in the shop, and you find out how to maintain and take care of the cars, how to keep the shop clean, and the way Roy Hill races is very professional, and that's what I'm looking for, people who want to have a future and do this the right way.
Absolutely. And, you know, speaking of, you know, with you being in it so long, give us a little bit of insight into kind of how you got into racing, kind of how Roy Hill's Drag Racing School actually came about.
Well, to start with, I was very young, 12, 13 years old, and I'd been around it a little bit and went to a race, and I seen that's what I wanted to do. And being here in Sophia, Randleman, High Point, Greensboro area, there's one thing that stood out. I guess one of my biggest heroes, or is my biggest hero, is Richard Petty. Mm-hmm. I live 4 miles from Richard, and I was over at the shop this morning. But I got to meet Richard and be around him through a guy named Sam Kennedy. And I was just a young boy, like so many people out here. I'd quit school, and I don't recommend that at all, because it don't take much to be smarter than I am, book sense. But common sense, I got plenty of, and I learned that from hard work and being around the right kind of people. And I got to be around the Pettys, the Sox and Martins. Buddy Martin's right down there in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I just talked to him yesterday. And I think you guys are close to Easy Auto down there. But it's just a dream come true, from being able to go racing and working on these cars and growing up, and then got a car in '68 from Buddy Martin, Ronnie Sox, and it's just a dream come true. I worked out of the Petty shop. I can't say enough for Richard, Maurice, and Mr. Petty, the whole Petty family. They gave me a chance, and that's all I try to do with the people I have here working, and the boys that drive for me or want to get involved. I give them a chance, and you have to work. And you know, it's like Bubba being here right now with me. He could have went home at 5 o'clock, but we were in Concord at 5 o'clock, and we got back here to do this radio show, and it's reaching out and giving that extra inch or two that it takes. And I hope Bubba makes it someday. He's done a good job at some different type racing. He's got a car of his own he races, and it's a big dog car that they have at Piedmont Dragway. The first Thursday, I guess, third Thursday
of the month now.
And we'll be over there and see him race in a couple of weeks and pull for him. And then we leave and go to Virginia. But it's like you guys. You enjoy what you're doing. Mm-hmm. And you're on radio today. You had a dream, and I would say that dream was to be an announcer or have a radio show. And guys, just take a deep breath and look around where you come from. Right. You're there today.
We appreciate it.
For me to tell you what I just got through telling you about the national anthem, I'm so proud of you guys for doing that.
Thank
you. And
I'm
sitting here looking at your show now on the computer.
I think TT's got something for you.
Hey, Mr. Roy.
Down there in the corner, Bubba, that's Bubba's car. He's driving the Roy Hill car there on the bottom right corner. And so, you know, it's just so much that I'm proud of in my 50-year anniversary here.
Hey, Mr. Roy, I've just had a text message that somebody said to have you to tell the story about Maurice Petty's dog at the cookout.
Oh, my God.
That's going to be a good one.
I don't know if we can clean that up enough.
Honey, that goes back some of those wild days Roy Hill had. back in the 70s. Marie's had a favorite coon dog, and they was having a big cookout over there. It was the first open house, and some way or another, the dog got to making a lot of racket, and I don't know what happened, but there's been stories told about that, and I really don't want to talk about it no more. How's that?
I'm going to have to send you a picture in. My son, Wyatt Kitchen, he was, the other day they had a wax museum at school, and he picked to be Richard Petty at the wax museum. And we went and got him a hat all feathered up. He had his mustache and had his STP shirt on and all that stuff. It's pretty cool to see him out there, and he was telling the story about Richard Petty. That's pretty neat. I had to send that picture to you so you get it, Richard.
The day when I was leaving Petty's, I'd been over about an hour and a half. We were trying to get a parachute mount made for a new Mustang that we just bought 2 weeks ago at Green Auto Auction up here at the Auto Palace. There was a Mustang that was in a big collection down in Georgia. It's a 2012, and I've got the mate to it here in my shop. It's number 43, and I bought number 42, so we were getting it ready to go test with our dragsters and stuff here in the next few days, and I went over to get a parachute mount, and I was talking to 2 or 3 of the guys in the shop. They are really expanding their shop. They're doing a great job over there. They brought back some of the old-timers, as I say old-timers, the 50-year-old guys that I've seen come there through the years, and I'm standing there talking to them, and I look around, and there's a glass office there, and there stood Richard. So I throwed my hand up and waved. And you're talking about this wax duplicate of Richard Petty? Yeah. Well, it was a poster in there. It looked just like that. Embarrassed to myself, I never said nothing. I just waved. When I got ready to leave, Richard was coming in out there on the road, and his car is the way you spot them. The windows are a real dark tint. But anyway, I passed Richard, so I got to throw my hand up at Richard going by, and it was the real Richard Petty. Right. But the Pettys, Maurice, Richard's brother, good gosh, I guess you could say he's my closest friend. But the Petty family, Roy Hill wouldn't be where he's at today if it wasn't for the Pettys.
Awesome. Well, man, we really appreciate you coming in. I want to tell everybody that's watching, make sure you give them a call, 336-498-4875, or visit them at RoyHillDragRacingSchool.com. You can also find them on Facebook. And if you're interested in, maybe going to check out some of the stuff they got coming up, they post everything on their website and their Facebook page. And you said you got April 12th. This is a junior dragster camp, correct?
That's right, at Rockingham Dragway. And give us a call. Come by and see us. It's a Junior Dragster Nationals, and there's some really going to be some good young drivers there. And we're giving away a Junior Dragster National ring. It's never been done like this. It's like the rings John Force, Anton Brown, or Kenny Bernstein, or Don Verdome, or Raymond Beadle won from NHRA years ago. Man, and cool. Hayes Jewelers have made these rings up for us, and there's going to be about 8 winners that will receive one of these rings. You can go on our website, go on Rockingham's website, and you'll get to see a picture of this ring from Hayes Jewelers. Awesome. And don't forget Hayes Jewelers if you're ever in Lexington. And matter of fact, in 1968, they were my first sponsor, and they're still affiliated with Roy Hill. And Bruce Hayes is right there taking care of people. So they did all the trophies and everything for R.J. Reynolds and for NASCAR drivers and rings and championships for years. So these juniors are getting a treat from Roy Hill and Rockingham Dragway.
And also, congratulations on your 50th anniversary.
Yes, definitely.
That's right. Okay, guys.
Okay, buddy.
It's really been a lot of fun, and if you get to the races, come by and see me or one of my team drivers, and they're just like I am. They'll talk to you, and you never know where it might take you.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, we thank you, buddy. Thank you very much, and good luck on everything upcoming, and congratulations on 50 years.
Thank you, and call me anytime.
We sure will.
Absolutely. All right, man.
Thank you.
Yep. Bye-bye. And that was Roy Hill's drag racing school, man. I bet we could talk to him for hours and hours about drag racing. I was going to see if we could get like maybe a little slip where we could send Robbie down there. You know, maybe Roy could teach him a little bit about lights.
Yeah, and colors.
Yeah, the color of the lights on the tree.
Yeah, y'all give him a call, 336-498-4875, or visit RoyHillDragRacingSchool.com. Check them out on their Facebook page.
Yep. Man, well, let's talk a little bit about what's going on in our area. The late model lowdown come up. The racing last weekend down at Fayetteville Motor Speedway.
Yeah, man.
What else is going on?
There was some awesome racing down to kick off the season at Fayetteville Motor Speedway. You know, obviously we had Carolina Clash was there for the Ed Gibbons Memorial. And Chris Smokey Madden showed up and stunk up the show. Also had Bobby Pierce was there. He did make a pass on him going into turn one, taking the green on the outside. But man, Chris came back, and once he got out front, man, he just set sail. Other winners that were down at Fayetteville and Budweiser late models were Dustin Mitchell, and Dustin was also running in the Clash race.
Yeah.
Then also speaking of Clash, Fergie was running really well. Ended up cutting a tire down. Bobby, I think he had a rear end go out. In the Diet Mountain Dew Modifieds, Andy Bowen continued his winning ways.
On and on. 2018, he's still on. He hadn't left what he was doing in 2017.
So, that Honeycut Custom Cabinets Modified was on a rail, and it was going. And Super Street, Ron Pope, tough again. Always. He took
Looked great out there.
He did. Always runs really well. And then in the Camping World Pure Stocks, old Kevin Rayner brought home a win, man. I've seen that car out there a lot, and it was good to see him get in victory lane.
Kevin's a trivia connoisseur, man. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch Roosters Trivia on Thursday nights, but Kevin Rayner, he's top notch. He's hard to beat.
Also, and this is a big one, man, for me, coming from the Legend Cars last year, and I was really happy to see this guy pull it in victory lane and park it, is old Ryan Shabram.
Yeah, he did a heck of a job out there as well.
He did, man. Had some tough competition out there, but he brought that home. And then in the U-Car division was Dylan Thompson. So those were your winners at Fayetteville Motor Speedway for opening night. In Lucas Oil, April 6th and 7th at Batesville has been canceled. I feel like every time we have something going on, it's just canceled with World of Outlaws and Lucas. So the next place they're headed will be April 13th, Buckeye, for the Buckeye Spring 50 at Atomic. And then the World Outlaws, April 13th, it'll be at the Illini 100, the Farmer City Raceway, 6,000 to win. And also, I want to put this out there. Brian Fulcher and them at Deep Creek ATV Park have announced their opening. May 4th through the 6th is going to be the Trail Fiesta.
Oh, cool.
So hop over their Facebook page and give them a like, man. That's going to be, we're fortunate enough at Bellinger Signs and Graphics to do the signs for them. And they've done a lot of really cool stuff out there, man.
I did see them putting a tunnel under the road and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, me and Jim were talking, like, they're going to put a tunnel out there under a highway? And I was like, maybe it's just like an access road. Hell no, they tore up the damn road and put a tunnel right under it. So you
Big things going on out there.
Yeah, really awesome.
And they got, talking about Lakeview, they coming up this weekend. Lakeview's actually supposed to have practice on Friday and then racing on Saturday, but they're kind of worried about the R word.
Yeah.
Because you never know what's going to happen here in North Carolina, man. But
it might be snowing.
They brought that track to above par.
And
I mean, it looks good, man. It really does. Scott Tripp. I mean, they've been posting pictures. I haven't been there personally, but I can tell you, man, they have put a lot of time into getting that thing right. Now, I think it's going to be a great track, man.
Yeah, and there was actually a news. They had a story on the news about it, you know. And just seeing the videos from the news that was on there, I think they built new grandstands and stuff. I mean, it's really nice.
Yeah.
It's a really nice facility.
Yep. What's going on down in NASCAR there, everybody?
Well, last weekend they had Easter break, but the week before that in Martinsville, Clint Boyer won his first race in 190 races, 7 years. John Hunter Nemechek won the truck race. And then this weekend they'll be back. Cup and Xfinity will be at Texas. And other news was that Tony Stewart and Kevin Ward's family finally agreed to settle the wrongful death lawsuit. And there ain't been much going on this week.
Yeah. Speaking of Clint Boyer, when I was listening to XM last night, NASCAR, and it was happy hour at Kevin Harvick. And so they asked him. They said, "Are you still partying, or is it stopped?" And he said, "No, we finally." He said the race, was on Monday. He said, "I think we finally wound it down about Wednesday." And they said that apparently Clint Boyer is like a pyromaniac, and so that.
You should have seen how happy he was.
Oh
after
yeah! Did you see him? He was in the stands. He was like, "Give me a beer! Give me a beer!"
Yeah.
But he said he was like, "Yeah, there was some moonshine. Boys got the moonshine out, and there was fire breathing and all kinds of crazy stuff." When I got back to the barn from the racetrack, so that was.
He looked
cool.
like he 190 races.
That
See
seems like
Wyatt? Where's
190
Wyatt
years.
at? 190. This guy hadn't won a race in 190 races. Do you realize how good you did the other week?
Hey, Ryan.
That's it.
What's this about Danica going into a late model?
That was fake.
Oh, was it April Fool's joke?
Yeah,
It was April 1st. She is getting in an IndyCar, though, in about a month. Am I supposed to say something else?
Well, I would. How about you ask Magic Man? Because obviously I've pulled his trigger or something.
Magic Man, what we got going on in some sprint car stuff, man?
Oh, we got a little bit of stuff going on. Mother Nature's rained down on racing everywhere, and everybody's a little upset about it. But this weekend, they're going to try to get another race off down here in Vancouver, Texas. The ASCS sprint cars are going to return down there this weekend. Also, Hoosier Tires has released 18 events for this racing season. And this Saturday, it's going to go down at Lincoln Park Speedway in Putnamville, Indiana. And also locally at the Rock of Hope, they're going to be kicking off their season, the 270 sprints, the 600s, along with the Mod Lights and the Legends out at Rockfish Speedway. We'll go ahead and check that out. So.
And that's always a good time. It's fairly inexpensive to get in, and they're usually done by 10 o'clock.
Oh, yeah, and they have to have a curfew. Also, the Ultimate Super Late Model Series is going to be at County Line Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
If the R word and the S word stay away.
Yeah.
They probably won't stay away. But.
Nah.
TT, what's going on down in drag?
Last weekend at Red Springs, the Classic Gear Jammers was there. Pete Wright won. Scott Cox won the second chance race. CCRA Stock Superstock Combo Series had their first weekend at Roxborough. Saturday winner was Doug Hopgood. Sunday was Jim Reynolds. Darlington actually had 2 races in one day. Last Saturday, Brandon Collins was winner in top, Jerry Klein in foot brake, Brad Johnson in juniors. And on the second race, John Bridges won top and Logan Westmoreland won juniors. Coming up this week, Friday night, Fayetteville kicks off with Freaky Friday. Gates opening at 7. Tomorrow, starting at 10 a.m., is the PDRA East Coast Spring Nationals at Galat, which is the first PDRA race of the year. Thursday night, tomorrow night, Kinston has Test and Tune, as well as a points race number 3 on Saturday. Also starting tomorrow through Sunday is the Triple Crown 25s at Darlington Dragway. And Saturday, weather permitting, which I highly doubt it because they're calling for snow and rain and everything else, we would be going to Wilkesboro Dragway for their season opener points race and Classic Gear Jammers.
Great, man. So racing going on in all aspects. I got some stuff. Mud racing, kicking off the first points race for the Clash of the Carolinas at Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex. Believe me, ladies and gentlemen, the fastest of the fastest mud trucks are going to be running down there. Some of the fastest trucks in the world is going to be hitting it up in Sanford. I'm talking about guys like Chad Sexton, Johnny Stevens, the Curleys, guaranteed top 3 under 4 seconds. 250-foot hill and hole pit regulated under 4 seconds. That's moving, Jack. And they wanted to let everybody know out at Lee County Motorsports Complex, rain or shine, the only weatherman who knows anything is Rooster. And he said, who gives a shit? It's a mud bog anyway. Lee County has covered bleachers, and pretty much the covered bleachers are for the clumps, not for you folks who are going to melt if it rains. So they got you covered. So come on down and check out the high-flying mud racing action at Lee County Mud Motorsports Complex. Down in Carton, ladies and gentlemen, last weekend, the Savage. What a race. Triple T has definitely been putting it together to get everything rocking out. Jamie Knopf kicking off. He won both of them, the Animal Savage and the Clone Heavy Savage. And that pink tire, Pink Magic tire prep.
Tire prep?
Yeah, I folded, guys.
Magic Man, I think he needs to eat crow live.
I believe so.
Yeah.
I told you.
I folded.
Can you say that louder? Nobody heard you.
I did. I folded in the tire prep deal.
What was all that? shit you talked 2 weeks ago.
Well,
Boom, there's that.
Wow.
I mean, okay, here's the thing. I don't understand it.
You said it wasn't necessary.
Well, here's the thing. I don't understand it totally. I didn't say that it wasn't necessary. I said that I just don't understand it, okay? Figuring out something why you're going to run a tire from 2 months ago this weekend, what makes the difference with the track, and you got to roll it, and why you got to roll this amount of CCs. But you know what? got a couple
They're
people.
aged. They're like wine. You let them sit and they age like wine.
I had a man tell me and tell you that if we get that go-kart right, my son is a wheel man.
He will. He did. And that is downtown Duty Brown. He got to the racetrack Saturday night, and he told me, because he was watching the Savage on the race monitor, and I walked up. He was cooking pork chops. He said, "Bum, tell you what." He said, Wyatt was rolling. He said, that boy can drive. He said he come through there, had it sideways, dirt tracking it. He said, you got to tell Rooster to press the tires. I said, damn, I've told him. He can't do it. I was like, Magic Man's mad at him.
Yeah. So we're working on that. Had a gentleman actually come down to our pits, and he said, Rooster, we got to get this tire program going for you, because I see a lot of good things in Wyatt, and without doing it, and I'm like, all right, okay, guys, I'm sorry for what I said, and I'm not downing anybody who's big on tire prep, but I mean, you got to learn. You know what I mean? You can't go out there expecting everything.
You're not going to get it
and I'm trying to learn, dude. So y'all can take it and shove it, whatever it is you're fixing to say to me, but.
How long did that debunking last?
Huh?
How long did that debunking last?
About 3 days.
3 days. 3 days.
3 days. 3 days. Anyway, but a lot of cool stuff coming up this weekend in Carton, man. The Cams #2 this weekend at Triple T Raceway. Florence Speedway has a 2-for-1. You can actually buy one ticket, go watch the go-karts and the asphalt track kick off down at Florence, South Carolina. Patriot Speedway is going to run April 7th of 2018, the Tri-State Pro Series in Blacksburg, South Carolina. Swainsboro Raceway down in Swainsboro, Georgia will have the run in karts in all divisions. And I want to give you guys the actual rundown for what happened last weekend. In the kid kart, the 2-cycle Braden Boogeyman Johnson picked up the win. Jaden Cordell in the red plate. Clay Bellamy picked up his Junior 1 win, and Pro Junior 1, Leland Roberts. Junior 2, Pro Junior 2, Connor Pate. Junior 3, Pro Junior 3, Ryan Joyner. Pro Super Heavy, Tyler Gray. Clone Medium, Daniel Simmons. Clone Super Heavy, Ryan Ebner. Animal Heavy, Shay Chavis. And Jamie Knopf, like I said, picked up the Clone Heavy, Animal Savage, Clone Savage, and over $5,000 last weekend he took home from those 3 races. Predator 1, Todd Tilley won. Amateur 1, Sean Rogers. Predator 2, Michelle Gray. You remember Michelle? Mm-hmm. Gosh, I seen her for the first time in like years. I was like, oh my God. She's running Predator now. Kobe Watts picks up Amateur 2, Junior Savage, Tobby Bounder. Huge thanks I do want to say to Leslie, and I think a lot of it spawned off of Redline Speed Shop with giving away 16 tons of candy at the candy toss. Well, Legs, along with Nightmare Motorsports, come together and gave away 48,000 tons of candy, as well as 2 bicycles. So huge thanks to those folks who are really doing a lot of cool stuff. The Bellamy crew won the Pit Crew Challenge. They had to take tires, put it on the rim, put it on the hub, put it on, take it back off. They won $500, man. Really? So Triple T's doing a lot of stuff for you spectators out there. The moms in racing, all this kind of thing. It's really getting everybody involved, not just going out go-kart racing. It's giving you chances of doing a lot of cool stuff. Carolina Animal Modified Series kicks off April 7th. And I want to say that the SEMETRA, I have not yet deciphered what that says, will have practice Sunday, April 8th at 12 o'clock, Triple T, $20 per bike. I think it's like a flat track motorcycle deal that they're going to be racing out there April 14th. And here's the thing for you, man. This is probably going to make you like Jamie Knopf even better. His dad used to work for Davey Allison.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Ain't that cool?
No wonder he's so fast.
I don't even know Jamie Knopf, but I think that's cool, for your part, because I know how you are about that.
Oh, yeah.
What are you burning over there, man? You guys are like just...
I was just curious. Of all those karts that won, do you think they won on tires that were prepped?
Probably.
Okay, I was just checking.
Probably. But at least you're saying something to me, so I'm glad we're getting this out of you.
Right,
we're making progress.
Maybe we can work this out.
Yeah.
We'll have Dr. Phil be coming in next week.
Well, it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to open the phone lines if we got anybody wanting to call in.
And let's mail time.
Mail time, yes. How can we forget what's in the box tonight right behind you, AJ? Mail time. With tonight's mail time is made possible by Roy Hills Drag Racing School. Big thanks to Roy Hills. We just talked to him a little bit earlier. Glad you said that because I get into talking, I get pumped up, and then you guys, you know.
Yep, and that's Roy Hills
Don't
Drag Racing.
blame us for you, Kevin.
Make sure you go check them out, RoyHillsDragRacingSchool.com, or find them on Facebook. And let's see if we can go ahead. I'm going to let you do the honors tonight, Rooster.
Cool, man.
It's not big enough for tire prep.
And while he's opening that real quick, on the asphalt side, Wake County Speedway back in action April 20th. Southern National Speedway April 14th, the Wheeling Spring Fling. And for all of you, April 21st, the Madhouse is going to be back in action. That's right, Bowman Gray Stadium. What we got there,
Awesome,
Rooster?
man. We got a cool little tube, and we got this.
I guess I'll hold one side.
Awesome, a 50-year anniversary, Roy Hills Racing. That's awesome, man. I like it a lot.
Definitely, we definitely appreciate it, Mr. Hill. Let's get my microphone out here.
And basically, man, mail time. Anybody can send in mail time. 3392 Dunn Road. Send it in care of Shine Runners Racing Radio. We'll open it. What's in the box? Talk about your product, and get the information out there. And like Mr. Roy Hills right now, man.
Yep. And we can't thank you enough, Mr. Hill, for always talking to us and coming on the show and everything you do for racing and motorsports. And this is definitely going up in the steel.
Yes. I think we got some, on next show, we got some beer nuts that we're going to be talking about. And huge thanks, man, Jegs, Casey's Racing, not Redline, Beeline. Beeline Automotive had sent some stuff to us. And I think we got, what is that, TT?
Brown's Motorsports.
Brown's Motorsports. That's good stuff, man. So what is that phone line for them to open up on?
It's 910-321-8299. The phone lines are now open. Anything you want to talk about, anything you want to call and tell us. If you've got something that's...
if you got some tire prep.
Yeah, if you've got some tire prep for Rooster, call in and get that. If you got a track that has some winners, you got a track that's got a race.
If you got a pad for Magic Man.
Hey, at least it's not me this week. At least I'm not the one catching all the heat.
I don't know what I did or at what.
I don't know what I did last week.
I went back. What did I do, dude? Because I went back and looked at past, and I just can't figure out what.
You should probably look a little bit harder.
Look, this is what needs to happen between y'all two. Y'all just need to hug it out. You've noticed that AJ's shut his mouth to me because he agreed that I'm number one.
Did y'all hug it out?
No, we did not. Oh, but I believe y'all two just need to.
I try whatever we can do, Don't forget, y'all, phone lines are open. Give us a call here on the phone. What is that number again?
910-321-8299.
And we're talking about anything you want to. There we go. Hello, you're on with Shine Runners Racing Radio. Who we talking to?
What's going on? Joker Style Kyle here.
What's going on, Jinx?
Not much, man. Actually, just hit North Carolina I-95 southbound. Wishing I could be at home working on the race car after we broke a lot of stuff this weekend at Fayetteville's opening.
I heard your steering wheel flew off down the backstretch.
You had a Matty Watt.
Yeah. We come into turn one, and I was trying to catch the second place car. And I guess I come in there a little hot, and I got excited and yoked that steering wheel right up off the everything came out. The screws, everything just fell apart like it was nothing else I could do about it.
Oh, so what?
Grab what was left.
What was that reaction?
Say again?
What was that reaction? Cause I could only imagine the steering wheel flying off on you. There had to be some good reaction.
Luckily, this week my in-car camera wasn't working, so hopefully I don't have anyone to see what happened. But I almost tossed the steering wheel out the passenger side and then grabbed what was left and just tried to coast it up to the top of the track and slow down and get up out of everybody's way. You don't want to hurt nobody else when you're breaking things.
So you had to grab the hub, I take it.
Yeah, what was left of what's in the center there, little nut and screw piece there. That was about all I could grab just to get it up to the top of the track and get out of the way because I was in third place at the time. watching them boys. They put on a show this weekend. There was a lot of back and forth action at the U-Car class. I'm very pleased, and there's a lot of communication going on with everybody. Everybody's keeping a cool head for the most part. This is a class you all need to pay attention to and up and coming. That's for sure.
I definitely, man. I'm gonna tell you what. I enjoyed watching it because it was like nonstop rollout, just like
nonstop. Yep, nonstop. These cars are getting more competitive day in and day out.
Yeah, it's cool stuff, man. We're looking forward to getting you back on the show. So, be safe on your travels out there.
Yeah, and check that steering wheel while you're driving, man.
Yeah.
Oh, we got a whole brand new one coming in. It'll be in by Friday. Hopefully Lakeview will have us up and running and the rain will stay away.
We're going to hook you and Maddie Watkins up so y'all guys can talk it out about the whole steering wheel deal.
The steering wheel deal.
Yeah.
No, but I appreciate y'all having me on the show each and every week, and it is sad I couldn't be there this week. That's why I had to call in. But you guys keep up the good work and good efforts, and thank you everything, and congratulations to your son Rooster on that position that he got. And the rest of you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you, bro.
All right, thank you, man.
I did see that what Joe Swan said, hey, Rooster, at least they saw Wyatt's talent, not his tire prep.
That's right.
So we have to throw that in there.
Yeah.
Well, we did post out today that if anybody had a winner at a racetrack and you wanted to definitely get their name out there, Ronnie Welch posted in, and he said, I want to send a big shout out to Ronnie Welch from Halstead, Pennsylvania, the 4-cylinder stock class. And we got some others.
What's going on here on Shine Runners Racing Radio? I think we got a hello.
I think it's a pocket dial.
It must have been a butt dial.
Elmer Shank wanted to send a big shout out to Justin Weaver of Port Royal Speedway, Pennsylvania, in the limited late model division. Chad Pierce wanted to send out to Dustin Mitchell at Fayetteville Motor Speedway in the late models. Rick Klein Jr. wanted to send a shout out to Rick Klein at Rockingham Mopars at the Rock. He ran the Challenger Street Shootout for the first time in the car and picked up the win down there. And Landon Honeycutt wanted to send a big shout out to Andy Bowen of Fayetteville Motor Speedway in the open wheel modified division.
Yep.
Keep those coming in. We want to definitely send a shout out to your driver, your favorite driver, man, and we want to know where you're from, or where you're viewing from. The other day we had somebody watch from France. We had folks watching from Australia.
My people.
Your people from France.
That's right. Bonjour, je m'appelle.
Yeah.
I'll
that
be
word
back.
too. So just wanted to talk a little bit of nobody else is going to give us a call in, man. We definitely want to we're going to talk a little pit chat this evening, but Paradise Acres, we went down a Sunday of each month. They're having their cruise in, starting back up. So they got a fried moon pie down there that is off the charts.
That's good, and that's a great place to take the family, man. It's definitely a lot of fun, man.
And what the hell fun is eating broccoli? You know what I'm saying? Go get you a 75 million calorie fried moon pie. You know, do it big.
Get your carbs and your sugar levels up.
Yeah.
Right, Magic Man?
That's right.
What?
So?
Huh? What? You got something to say? Say it.
No.
You was a little mouthy earlier.
I'm still mouthy. I'm waiting for you to do something.
Hey,
You've kept quiet over there.
Did we get a scheduled date for that?
Oh, yeah.
That
Let's
butt
go
ripping?
ahead and talk about that. Wait, what?
Yeah.
All right. So, to everybody that's watching or will eventually watch this, if you'd be interested in a go-kart race with all of us, maybe all of us, if Rooster actually shows up this time.
I was there.
Yeah, but you didn't get in the cart.
Well, I didn't want to be rude and take the man's spot.
He didn't want Bo. He was back.
I know he didn't want to ride again, but I
sure didn't.
I didn't want to be like a freeloader.
Anyway, anybody that would be interested, please speak up so we can finally end this between me and AJ, because I want to prove.
Yes, let's please finally end it. I don't know how many more times
Dustin
I have
Mitchell
to.
was down with go-kart racing.
Let me just.
But we're gonna set something up for is it Rush Hour?
Yeah,
Rush Hour karting in Garner, so that I can finally beat him for like the third time.
This is my real trophy.
And if you count all those, it's probably like 5 or 6, but I won't count how many times I lapped him. But I want to give a big shout out to Redline Speed Shop. They've helped me out a lot with my car, Miss Tabitha and Robbie, and also Robbie Drawhorn Powertrain Develop, who's getting that old beast over there ready for Desperado to get loaded in. We're going to
something we definitely need to do that we haven't done. We need to talk about our sponsors, the people that really make it possible. And Redline Speed Shop, you can go. Tabitha's on the she's on the panel. Go over there and talk to her. She's got all kinds. You got Renegade Racing Fuels. I mean, all kinds of racing products. That if you're looking for something for your car, she can order it. I mean, all you guys out there that are looking receivers for the Kid Kart through Junior 1 classes, go see Tabitha. She can get you taken care of.
I think Dad and her are on a first name basis now.
Yeah, 404 is it 404 Hope Mills Road?
Yes.
Yep. Can't miss it right there. So go in and talk to her, man, if you're looking to buy race car parts. And here's the thing. You go buy your race car parts, you put your race car together, you go to Robbie Drawhorn Powertrain Development, get your motor built, and then you come here to get that thing wrapped. Tell them what Bellinger Signs and Graphics
does.
Anything.
And it doesn't have to be a race car. I mean, we do a lot of commercial signage too. So if I know a lot of the racers out there own businesses. So if you have a business or you have trucks or fleet vehicles or anything like that, we can, myself or Magic Man over there, we can get designs together, rewrap them, wrap them.
You guys do a killer job.
Actually, Landon Honeycutt was by here today. We're looking to do some work for 101 Mobility, a company wrapping some trucks for them. So excited about that. And Captain Rooster flags.
Yeah, we can do. We do all kinds of flags, hand painted artwork. It's all hand painted and American flags.
Can you make one special for me?
What do you need?
I need a surrender flag so that when I finally win, Ron and Joseph Swan can fly it behind them.
I am sure we can. We're actually in the process now of making 4 foot by 6 foot flags. We can do all kinds of. I even did an American/Brazil flag.
I saw that was pretty.
It was, man. It turned out. We've got flags in 22 different states right now. Did over 200 pieces of artwork last year, so we're kind of excited about what we got going on. And God gave me talent, man. He didn't give me tire prep talent, but he damn did give me talent with painting. So I'm pretty excited about all that. A1 portable toilets.
Yep.
If you got a racetrack, you're looking for portable toilets, or you just want one out in the yard, so you don't have to shit in the house. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
hey, sometimes when I'm out in the garage working or something, everybody's asleep because I don't get a chance to work till late at night on the car. I'm like, damn, I don't want to go in the house and wake everybody up. Hell, I need to put one beside the garage. I'll just go out there.
That's right. And they do family reunions and all kinds of stuff like that.
Yep.
So if you got a big Christmas party and you got uncles or aunt that'll blow it up, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Put a little poodle outside. You know what I'm saying? And A1 Landscaping, they do everything from sod, irrigation, the whole 9 yards. They can get you taken care of with that. Chris Parker, and they're all a racing family. I mean, the Parker family goes way back in racing, man. So,
they do.
They're great people. Get in contact with them with A1 Portable Toilets, A1 Landscaping, and Lot Clear.
And also Temple Mechanical. Tell them about that special again.
Temple Mechanical's actually got a spring startup. What spring startup is let them come in. They can actually put you on a service plan where they can come and check your unit. Because, I mean, it's just like a car. If your car's been sitting.
They'll come and check your unit?
Yeah. Your AC unit.
Oh, okay.
So, if you have a split unit and you're fixing to fire your AC up for the first time, you might want to let them come out and check your coil. There's so many things that just
you
washing
really got
the
to
coils.
do. You got to do maintenance and.
If you
stuff
wash,
on that.
you don't think about it, but you cutting grass and the pollen and everything else is going in the coils, man, and you don't clean them out, you're killing your electrical bill. Wow. It took me a minute to get that out. You're killing your electrical bill and your unit by not cleaning. So get in contact with Temple Mechanical at 910-214-9119, and they can come get it taken care of and cleaned out and ready to go for your spring, summer startup.
Helping you stay cool on your stool and sweeten your seat.
That's right. Fast Tracks Mud Bog. How about those guys, man? They got a good thing going down there. They're going to be part of the Clash of the Carolinas as well, and definitely looking forward to seeing all the cool stuff that they've got going on. So check out Fast Tracks Mud Bogs. I don't think I'm missing anybody. Oh, C&M Pressure Washing.
That's right.
C&M Pressure Washing. They have a koozie sponsor, and Rage and Rooster Catering. They're actually going to be coming back here shortly. I think around May is when they're going to start coming back selling wings and stuff like that. Fried corn.
Like that.
Man, so they've been doing a lot down in Charleston. So big thing. And Bobby's, man, I'm telling you what, I seen him on the side of the Desperado.
Yeah. He's one of our sponsors, man. I want to thank them, Alfano. Refinishing, as always, Robbie, Drawhorn Powertrain Development, Redline Speed Shop, Rage and Rooster Catering, Armor Code of NC, is going to be helping us out. the autism for Daniel Savoda, the Imagine Friends.
You know,
is on the side of the
and a
car.
lot of what you're talking about has revolved right here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, with Shine Runners Racing Radio and coming together, and you know, Bobby's on. I've seen him on Mod Lights. He's on Anthony Legg's go-kart. He's on our go-kart, you know, and he's working up. We're doing a lot and different things. So it's kind of cool. You see a lot of the names that are in racing spawning out from here.
Yeah.
You
And
know.
also, I don't want to leave these guys out because they've helped me out a ton too. WG Lot Clear
Yes.
and Landscaping.
Wayne does a
They're
great
my
job
sponsor.
on that
Yeah,
track.
and he was rolling too in the open wheel division Saturday night, man. When I talked to him after the race, because their race got cut short to like 12 laps. But I'm going to tell you what, after about 6-7 laps, man, his tires fired off, and he was coming, man. I mean, he was rolling.
Now, while we're talking about sponsorship, if anybody would like to become a sponsor, let us know. We've actually got one table left that we would love to sell. The tables are $500 for a full year. That gets you 3 sides, and we're actually working on getting a schedule together to where we're going to go to some tracks set up, like Tabitha got us hooked up to go to Rockingham that time. And that was fun.
Where we met Roy Hill.
It was. And that's a lot of fun. We actually get to talk to drivers, and we're looking at all different aspects of driving. So, you know, or if you would like to have us at your track, give us a call, man. Maybe we can get some dates together where we can actually go out there and set up and do some driver interviews and do a pre-race show. We'd love to do it.
Yeah, and you can contact us too. You know, if you're a track and you want to say, you know, the race is going to be that day, contact us. Let us come out there, you know, take over your Facebook page, and we'll go live interviewing drivers, you know, before the race of what's going on. We're not going to Facebook Live your event, but, you know, just kind of get the promotion out where you keep it going all day.
It's a lot. If you really get to thinking about it, man, if somebody's sitting on their butt at home on Saturday, ain't got nothing to do, you see Shine Runners go live at the event. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, come on down and check us out at the racetrack. That could be more meat to be in the seat. You know what I mean? And actually get the people out. And I'm actually I'm looking forward to this racing season, but I can't wait. So
absolutely. Well, if there's nothing else, then I reckon we're gonna get out here and get some cake for Miss Kinley.
That's right. I think we should. Kinley, come here for a second. That's our meal time. As Kinley makes her way over, and baby, if you bring the little one over here. So we started. Where's Wyatt at? Come here, buddy. So we started. We got a 17-year-old right here. 17 tomorrow, as a matter of fact. And then the North Carolina Nightmare. Come up here, son. Wyatt's 8. So and then Rhett is a couple weeks. So I'm on the 8-year plan. So after 8 more years, I'm taking a break for.
You got some definite steps going right
Yeah,
here.
no doubt, man.
Staircase.
But glad to have. I love you guys so much, man, and I'm so proud of all of you. And I thought for sure we were gonna have a hellion, but he's actually, man, been great. So it's good stuff.
He takes after Nikki.
Yeah, 100%. But if y'all would all join in, even at home, help us sing "Happy Birthday" to Kinley Michelle. We'll do it big for you. Y'all ready? Yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kinley. Happy birthday to you. Awesome, man. Thank you so much. And thank you, AJ, and the whole crew. I love you, even though I don't know what it is, chip you got on your shoulder. I still love you, man. I swear I do. And I love each and every one of you guys and all the folks that come out and support Shine Runners. This is a huge family. Racing is one, Bo.
That's right.
So,
take us on out of here, Magic Man.